Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're...
Hello Internet and welcome back to Slamcast. I am joined today as always by my co-host Jamie.
Hello.
And we have a Roadblock review to bring at you. Roadblock was good. Not really what I was expecting, but I thought the matches were a little bland most, but that is to come. Our predictions were quite off, as you might have guessed if you watched the network special. Well, the first match we're going to review first, which was The New Day versus the League of Nations, Sheamus and Wade Barrett. I thought this was a good match. The start was really the cherry on the cake with the Bootios section. I thought it was really funny. The New Day, as always, were very funny. The chemistry was there. It was a really good segment. But yeah, what were your thoughts on that little segment, Jamie?
What else made me laugh was Kofi Kingston dry humping a box of cereal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I think the WWE need to turn them completely babyface.
Yeah.
Because they're too over now to be considered heels.
Yeah.
A bit like, who was it? It was Shield.
Mhm.
They got so over with the fans, they had to turn them babyface.
Yeah.
So,
there's really good wrestling in it. Kofi, as always, bouncing around the ring. Probably my favourite member of the New Day. Xavier Woods distracting the ref was a nice little bit. Thought that was quite funny. But yeah, thought the way they portrayed Wade Barrett was a little bland because he looked quite weak when he tapped. Did he tap?
no, we got pinned.
Oh. Well, he looked quite weak when he got pinned and such, but I thought it was a good match. Well, really good kickoff. But yeah, that was that. The tag team titles. So the New Day almost definitely are going to go into WrestleMania with the titles.
Actually, the New Day have got a match against Rusev and Del Rio tonight on Raw.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll have to see.
So, yeah.
Look and see for that one.
By the time this comes out, they might not be the tag champs.
Maybe not.
But you never know.
We'll see. We will see. Right, the second match of the night was Jack Swagger versus Chris Jericho. Jericho got the W, but this one confused us both quite a lot. Why Jack Swagger came out? Both of us thought it was going to be Sami Zayn when he was slating the Canadians. But
even though he's a Canadian himself.
Yeah. It was really weird that they would have Swagger come out, but I thought Swagger did a really good job of wrestling. He's looking really strong at the moment. We've seen him live at SmackDown in Manchester. I think that was a main event match, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good. He's a good wrestler, good at cutting promos, but yeah, they need to book him better, in my opinion. But yeah, this was a good match. Jericho ripping up the "Get Well Soon, Brett" sign at the end was a little bit odd. But yeah, thoughts?
as you said, I thought it should have been Sami Zayn. Jericho as a heel is perfect.
Yeah.
He ripping up the get well soon Brett sign was he was going a bit over the top there. But yeah, it was a solid match.
Yeah.
And looks like Jericho versus Styles at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that's an amazing match, which it should be.
Yeah. Hopefully so. This next match was really good. Enzo and Cass, accompanied by Carmella, versus The Revival. The Revival retained their NXT Tag Championships. This was a really, really high octane match. Action-packed from the get-go. I really liked Enzo and Cass's entrance. They really put a lot into that. Yeah, I'd love to see these guys in the main roster. Feuding with the New Day would be absolutely perfect. I think the characters clash really well. But yeah, Cass for me on his own would be awful. I think I'm probably going to get people telling me I'm wrong there, but he looks like a great Khalil to me, to be honest. But that's not a bad thing, but I'm just not a fan of that sort of wrestler. Revival look really good as well. Can see why they're the champions, but I'm praying tonight, as I'm sure Jamie is as well, that they come up to the main roster on tonight's Raw.
Revival or Enzo and Cass? Yeah. They both look strong. This was my match of the night. The best moment, in my opinion, well, there was a couple of moments, actually. When Cass threw Enzo over and onto Dash and Dawson.
Yeah.
And also when Carmella slapped one of them, I can't remember which one it was now. But yeah, it was a solid match. My match of the night by quite a way. And
it was really good.
Yeah.
Really good promotion for NXT with a match like that. But yeah, fourth match of the night was the Divas title match, which was Charlotte Flair versus Natalya. Charlotte retained her title with the W. Natalya looked the strongest I've ever seen her in this match. She wrestled an absolute blinder. This was my match of the night. I am not a fan of Charlotte at all, really, but for me, they both wrestled a really good show. Natalya close to making Charlotte tap with the sharpshooter. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. I think giving Natty the title at Mania would have been really good, because I could see her having good feuds with divas like Paige, Brie, Sasha would be good. But yeah, this match was amazing for me. Yeah, I thought the end was a bit disappointing for me, because I'd like to have seen Natalya win the title for Brett more than anyone. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. What did you think?
Yeah, it was a good match. Natalya is the most underused person in WWE, to be fair.
Definitely.
She's probably the best wrestler on the roster at the minute. And Charlotte, yeah, it was... I don't like her. I totally agree with Tom.
Yeah.
This looks to be probably her last Winners' Champion.
Mm-hmm. I'd hope so. Because
more than likely, either Sasha or Becky will win the title at Mania.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Natalya doesn't get used a lot. I'd like to see her get used a lot more. A feud with Paige for the title would be good, but obviously that would mean one of them winning the title or Charlotte vacating it or something. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was a good match. My match of the night by country mile. Yeah. Rick again is. I think the faster they get him off of Charlotte coming out with him, the better, because I cannot see anything but Rick in Charlotte. She comes out to near enough the same music as her dad. She does the strut sometimes. She woos. They need to give her her own character. I know she's a legend's daughter and that, but is that really where they want to go? Is just have her as Ric Flair's daughter and not Charlotte Flair? For me, it would be like booking the Usos as Rikishi's sons. They don't do that. The Rikishis, well, that's basically what they are. But Jimmy and Jey Uso have their own.
Oh Jesus!
Have their own characters, whereas Charlotte is basically feeding off her dad. Without her dad, I don't think she'd be in the WWE. But
yeah,
saying that. But funny fact, right? Speaking of wrestlers and their family, did you know that Sasha Banks is the first cousin, I think, of Snoop Dogg?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a fact for you. And she sings on her theme song.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Go and buy it on iTunes.
I'd be promoting anything, are you? But yeah, that was the Divas match. Fifth match of the night was the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar versus Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. Brock got the win over Harper, I'm going to say here. But yeah, we've got another bit of information on this match coming up in the news segment, so stick around for that one. Brock, as always, absolutely annihilated Harper. Bray really just stood on the sidelines. Had Bray and Harper both got involved in this match, this could have been a legendary match. Brock destroyed Harper, Suplex City once again, but it was fast as well. It was such a quick match. But yeah, again, I don't think they used Luke Harper well enough either. He's a good wrestler. I've seen him wrestle on his own. But yeah, I don't know. This one was very disappointing in my eyes. This was what I predicted to be match of the night. Before we knew Luke Harper was in the mix. When I saw them both come out, I was really excited. And then the way they portrayed Bray at the end as well, being a bit cowardly, was disappointing in my eyes. Because I like Bray Wyatt and his character, but it was weird. But like I said, we've got more information coming on that, and you will realise why the WWE booked it as they did. But yeah, Jamie, what are your thoughts on the Brock Lesnar versus Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt? I can't talk tonight. So, Jamie, what are your thoughts on the Brock versus Bray and Harper match?
It was my the worst match of the night, to be fair. Lesnar was always going to win.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, to be honest, I can't really say much more about that. Mm-hmm. Apart from Lesnar destroyed Harper and Bray just stood there smirking at Lesnar.
Yep. Well.
So yeah.
Yeah, moving on. sixth match of the night was Sami Zayn versus Stardust, which was a filler match, really. Nothing much to say about it. Sami Zayn got the win. Stardust wrestled a good match. I'm not the biggest fan of Sami Zayn, but he wrestled a good match as well. Can't see why this was booked in my eyes, but it was a good match overall. Entertaining. Well, entertaining enough. Yeah, I've really not got a lot to say about this one. I think Stardust needs to go away and return as Cody Rhodes. I think he would be a lot more over with the fans had this happen. But yeah, and then come back, maybe feud with Goldust or someone else. Yeah, this one was a weird one. I don't think WWE can seem to find a good fit for Stardust. They've tried him going with the Ascension. That didn't really work out. He's done other stuff, and it's just been weird for Stardust lately. Since the Stephen Amell thing, he's just like dropped, really. But yeah, what do you reckon of this one?
It was a good, solid match. Sami Zayn's probably the most likeable wrestler in WWE. Stardust, as you said, needs to go away and come back as Cody Rhodes because his Stardust character is as stale as 3-week-old bread.
So yeah. Main event time next. The game Triple H versus the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. Triple H retained his World Heavyweight Championship. This was a good match. Really entertaining. I thought Dean absolutely wrestled a blinder with the when he laid on top of the ropes in the corner. That was really funny. A good moment. The way Triple H looked at him was hilarious. I really enjoyed that part. But yeah, I thought when Dean pinned Triple H and there was a rope break, that was a great moment. I was on the edge of my seat there. I thought he'd won it, and then I realised. But I can see why that was booked the way it was, with the fans wanting so much. Wanting Dean to have a shot against Reigns. I think every fan wants that. But yeah, this was a good, entertaining match. I'm glad Triple H retained because I think had Dean won it, he would have lost it to Reigns at Mania, I think. But yeah, it was a good match for both wrestlers going into WrestleMania. I think Dean, if the match with Brock goes ahead, he's going to get the win there. And Triple H is almost definitely going to retain in my eyes, or in my dream world anyway. But yeah, I thought it was good as a main event. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this one?
It was a good match. The NXT tag titles pipped it to match of the night for me. Both of them looked strong. In most people's eyes, everybody wishes it was these two for the titles.
Yeah.
At Mania. I loved it when Dean Ambrose put Triple H in the sharpshooter and the figure four.
Yeah.
That was one of the best moments. I went mental when Dean Ambrose pinned Triple H because I thought he'd finally done it.
Mm-hmm. And me. I saw it as well.
He's been so close so many times.
Yeah, but
one
thing I was saying to you earlier is that Dean Ambrose has pinned Triple H there. That's not a lot. That's not something a lot of wrestlers can say. Triple H is one of the strongest wrestlers out there. And to pin Triple H, one of a legend in WWE, is a huge thing, and I think Dean should be proud of that match. I really enjoyed it. Dean's getting more over with me as he goes on, but yeah, I thought it was a solid main event. But yeah, I was quite happy with it. Overall thoughts on Roadblock was Elimination Chamber would have topped this by a mile, but I think it was alright. Charlotte versus Natalya I really enjoyed. Enzo and Cass versus Revival was really good. Tripp versus Dean was good, and the rest was alright. A couple of matches could have been better, but I think next year the booking will be better with injuries not being a problem, hopefully. This could have been better with Cena, Seth, Orton. Yeah, there's a lot that was missing from this for me, but obviously you can't help injuries. So yeah, what's your overall thoughts on WWE Roadblock?
Solid card, solid matches apart. As I said, I was really disappointed with Lesnar versus Harper and Bray. Mainly due to the fact that Bray didn't get involved, but now we know why, which we'll tell you soon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But yeah.
So, on to the next segment of the show. This is our general news section. So, number one on our topics to discuss is the fact that, or the rumours even, that WWE are interested in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Chica Okada. I'm quite excited by this. New Japan is really good company. Second largest in the world, according to attendance and revenue. Second to the WWE. I'm really excited by this. I think more Japanese wrestlers should be in the WWE. All you need to look at really is Osaka. She's gone from strength to strength in WWE. She's had really good matches with Bayley. She's had a few good ones with. I think she's wrestled Eva Marie a couple of times.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear this if it goes through. Second bit is the rumours. These rumours been going around quite a while that WWE are interested in ex-TNA star and current Ring of Honor World Champion Jay Lethal. Again, I'm quite excited by this because he's a really, really good wrestler. Some of you may remember the bit he did with Ric Flair when Ric Flair was with TNA. So really good on the mic, good character. So yeah, I'd love to see him in WWE, NXT, or the main roster. I think he would probably go into NXT. Obviously surplus to what he wants. But yeah, good news on that part. And the last bit is the Bray Wyatt situation. So the rumours are that Bray Wyatt didn't get involved in the Brock Lesnar match because he's got a back injury. Obviously this injury isn't as bad as having to sit out the match, but was bad enough that he couldn't take 16 suplexes. This could be, if he can't wrestle at Mania, that leaves Dean's match. Not Dean's match. Bray hasn't got a match for WrestleMania, has he?
No, he hasn't. Not yet, anyway.
That could be the reason, but I love to see Bray Wyatt at Mania. Their entrances are always good. Obviously, last year it was way too light to have their entrance, but yeah, I'm quite upset by this because Bray Wyatt's one of my favourites. But yeah, that's the reason. Apparently, he didn't get involved. But in my eyes, there was no need to make him look as cowardly as they did him running off. I thought that was weird and quite petty. Well, not petty, but a bit of a disappointment because he's supposed to be the new face of fear, and running off isn't something that someone who's supposed to be an intimidating character and like the devil's handyman would do. But yeah, that's that. Next, we have a little WrestleMania treat for you. We've got our dream matches, 3 each, of what we would love to see at WrestleMania. There's no rules on this. It can be wrestlers, past, present, retired, injured, whatever. We've just stuck them down and we're going to share them with you guys. So, do you want to do one each? Like, I'll say one, you say one?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
My first one is DGeneration X versus the New World Order. This is one I think would this would main event if the World Championship wasn't a thing. Yeah, my two favourite tag teams probably. Obviously, we don't really talk about Hulk Hogan anymore, but that's that. Yeah, I'd love to see this match in my eyes. Doubt it would ever happen now. The Hulk Hogan situation has happened, but yeah, we can only dream. Sure, first then.
I'll probably speak for everybody when I say this first one. Mick Foley versus Dean Ambrose inside Hell in a Cell.
That is a good shout.
They are compared so much because when they've spoken on Raw once before, you just felt they'd just have one of the best matches you could ever wish for, and especially inside Hell in a Cell because they're both absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. As you saw when Undertaker threw Mick Foley off the top of Hell in a Cell right through the announce table.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's a great shout.
What's your second one?
My second one is Daniel Bryan. This is a mixed tag team match. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus AJ Lee and CM Punk. I would absolutely love this match. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are two of my favourite wrestlers. Brie Bella and AJ Lee the same. All four have retired. But yeah, this match would be really good. The chemistry between them's there. I don't know why they didn't do this match when they were all in WWE. In my opinion, it would have been really good. This could have been WrestleMania quality.
Well, remember Brie said she's going to retire during the summer, so she's the only one still active. So.
Mm-hmm. But they've all retired anyway.
CM Punk left and gone to UFC, and now he's got an injury. Sort of karma coming to bite him on the butt.
It's almost definite he'll never return to WWE though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's near enough impossible.
What's your second?
And my second one is one what was scheduled for this year's WrestleMania, but more than likely will happen next year now, and that is John Cena versus The Undertaker in a retirement match.
Oh.
Whoever loses has to retire.
That'd be good. That would be
with
really good.
Cena being put over.
Yeah. That's a good shout. My last is the Hardy Boys versus the Bullet Club's Kenny Omega and Finn Balor in Hell in a Cell. I think this would be absolutely amazing. Kenny Omega's a really, really good wrestler. Balor the same. And the Hardy Boys obviously have the chemistry they do. This one is very unlikely because Matt and Jeff are both TNA. Kenny Omega is New Japan. But again, I think this could main event WrestleMania. I think this could be a really, really amazing match if it ever happened. It's not impossible, but I don't think it's really likely. So what's your last dream WrestleMania match?
Mine's a fatal 4-way.
Oh, right.
Divas match.
Ooh.
Would be for the title, and it's a 4 horsewomen.
Oh.
Bayley versus Charlotte versus Sasha versus Becky. It could steal a WrestleMania. That could.
No Paige.
Well, no, not for this one.
I see.
Sasha going in as champion.
Yeah.
After holding it for a whole year, and then Bayley
winning it
next year at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that was our dream WrestleMania matches. Feel free to tell us yours on Twitter, in the comments. That was that. And the last segment, as always, is Jamie's interesting stat / fact. So, Jamie, what is your interesting stat?
My interesting stat of fact is Shawn Michaels has the most WrestleMania losses.
Wow. Mr. WrestleMania
6 wins,
as well.
6 wins and 11 losses. Which I wouldn't expect.
No, not me.
And I don't think Tom would either.
No. Shawn Michaels is one of my all-time favourites. But yeah, that is weird for Mr. WrestleMania. But still, even when he loses, he always puts on an absolute show and a half.
That's why he's called Mr. WrestleMania.
The showstopper. And on that note, we're going to end Slamcast here. Where can anybody find you, Jamie?
Jamie_Slamcast on Twitter.
So yeah.
And drop me a tweet.
Do it. My Twitter is @RaptureTom. Both of our Twitters will be in the description. Please leave us a comment, like, and subscribe to the Rapturecast. And peace out.